Hello, and welcome to our instrumental demonstration, brought to you by the Michael J. Owen Music Education Fund, opening the beauty and joy of music to all children. So, it's time to pick an instrument to play, and we are here to help you choose. Let's begin with the string family, which are made from wood and strings. These instruments are played with a haired bow, as well as plucked with your fingers. Next, we have the woodwind family, which are instruments that use air to produce their sound. These instruments are, or at one time, made from wood. And finally, we have the brass family, which also uses air to produce sound, and are made from, you guessed it, brass. Each instrument family consists of different instrument members. Strings have violin, viola, and cello. Woodwinds have flute and clarinet. And brass have trumpet and trombone. So let's talk about the string family first. They are all shaped similarly, but are different sizes which give them different characteristics. The violin has a high, pretty sound. The viola has a dark, rich sound. And the cello has a deep, warm sound. It's also worth mentioning that each instrument also have their own sized bow. The violin is the highest voice of the string instrument family and is known for its bright, lively, and vibrant sound. The viola, which is slightly larger than the violin, has a stately, dark, and rich sound, securing the family's middle voice. And the cello has a deep and warm sound, and is played while sitting since it's so large. These instruments are in the string family, and are all found in the orchestra. So now let's hear from them, starting with the violin, played by Sonja Borsman. Thank you, Sonja. So now we've heard from the violin, let's hear from the viola, played by Seth May-Patterson. Thank you, Seth. So now we've heard from the violin and the viola. Let's hear from the cello, played by Daniel Mullikin. Stringed instruments can also be plucked with your fingers using pizzicato. Thank you, Daniel. So now, we've heard from the violin, the viola, and the cello. These instruments are a part of the string instrument family and can be heard in small groups like trios, quartets, as well as orchestras. Now, let's hear from our next instrumental family, the woodwind family. The woodwind family consists of several different instruments such as the flute and the clarinet. To review, the woodwind family is made up of instruments that use air to produce their sound, and at one time were all made of wood. Today's concert flutes, however, are made from metal. The flute has a light and airy smooth sound, and is played by blowing air over a hole on its head joint. The clarinet is known for its lively and dramatic contrasting sounds that are made by blowing over a reed on its mouthpiece. So now let's hear from the flute, played by Kristine Rominski. Thank you, Kristine. So now we've heard from the string family and the flute of the woodwind family. So now let's hear from the clarinet, played by McGovern. Thank you, Brendan. So, now we've heard from the string instrument family and both flute and clarinet of the woodwind instrument family. So let's move on to the brass family next. The brass family consists of several different instruments, such as the trumpet and the trombone. To review, these instruments are made up of brass and other metals. The brass instruments produce notes by passing air in the form of buzzing into a mouthpiece. One such instrument is the trumpet, which is known for its bright and brilliant sound. Like the violin, they are the high voice of the brass family. Next, we have the trombone, which has a slide to produce its notes and is the most similar to the human voice of the brass family. So let's hear from the trumpet, played by Shan. Thank you, Shan. So, now we've heard from the string instrument family, the woodwind family, the trumpet, and lastly, let's hear from the trombone, played by Mike Jauregui. Thank you, Mike. We've listened to the string instrument family, the woodwind instrument family, and the brass instrument family. Which one was your favorite? Whichever you choose, we support you. Remember, it doesn't matter what you look like. You can play whatever instrument calls to you. Thank you for watching our instrumental demonstration, presented by the Michael J. Owen Music Education Fund, opening the beauty and joy of music to all children.